If your baby's waking a lot overnight, like they're having false starts or frequent night waking or split nights, one of the things you might be wondering is, should I change their naps? Should they nap less? Should you change the timing of their naps? I get asked about this all the time, and I had this comment the other day from a parent of a 9-month-old who is having 2 naps a day, and they were wondering whether there was a difference between them having 2 hours in the morning and an hour in the afternoon, or should they just be having 2 1.5-hour naps? And then they also asked, should I cap the naps at 3 hours or reduce it to 2.5? Because this little one is quite wakeful at night. These are really good questions, and they're often things I look at with families in consultations. The first thing I'll say is I can't fully answer this for this little one because I'd need to understand their whole sleep pattern, their sleep history, and understand more about what the nights look like. Naps are only one part of the puzzle. But generally, if a little one is having quite a lot of daytime sleep, like more than one sleep cycle for at least one of their naps, I usually recommend having the longer nap or more of the total nap time earlier in the day rather than later. And the reason, and this is something that research shows, is that the more nap time a baby has later in the day, the more likely it is to affect acute sleep pressure or short-term sleep pressure in the lead up to bedtime and potentially lead to increased wakefulness at night. And I often explain this to families using what I call the burger analogy. Imagine you're going out for dinner at 6 p.m, but you eat a burger at 4 p.m. By the time dinner comes around, you're probably not going to be that hungry, right? A long afternoon nap can sometimes have a similar effect. It can reduce your baby's appetite for sleep before bedtime. Whereas a longer morning nap is less likely to do that because there's more time for sleep pressure to build before bedtime. And the other thing I'd be looking at here is the total amount of daytime sleep. 3 hours is a lot for a 9-month-old. It's well above average. At this age, they're having anywhere between about an hour and 3.5 hours with an average of about 2.2 hours. So if their nights are very wakeful, I would suspect that could be part of it. And it can definitely be worth trialing less daytime sleep to see what happens. In saying that, if a baby is stuck in a very wakeful sleep pattern, like they've been wakeful for many, many weeks or months, just reducing naps is usually not enough to get them out of that wakeful pattern. But if you try it and you notice an improvement, even if it's just for a night or two, it's usually a really good sign that sleep pressure is what's causing or at least contributing to the wakefulness. And that gives me a lot of confidence that if we optimize the rest of the sleep pattern, we will usually be able to transition them into a pattern where they're sleeping soundly for consolidated stretches at night. And you're having much more restful nights too.